Hey everybody, I'm John and this is Blind Whiskey Reviews. Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today here on Blind Whiskey Reviews, the most honest reviews on YouTube. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below so that way you know every time I put out a new review. Today we'll be reviewing the Jameson Caskmates Stout Edition. So I'm excited to do this one for you. Quickly, I got a comment the other day about my rating system, and someone maybe wasn't familiar and hadn't watched the review I did where I recapped that rating system. I don't even remember what review that was in, probably the first or the second one. So anyways, I want to recap that real quickly. So for my reviews, it's almost like I guess this is for the US, but in the US we have the grading system of percentage points, and when, around a 75 is like the median's average range. So the 70s are kind of that for me. They're your average, they're good, they're tasty. There's nothing mind-blowing or amazing about them necessarily, but they're solid whiskeys. When you get into the 80s, that's where we're stepping up our game. We're getting into the whiskeys where I start calling, they're good to great. The high end of the 80s, we're approaching that great level. And obviously into the 90s is amazing whiskey. I think the highest rating I've given out so far was to the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and I think I gave it maybe like a 92 or 93. So, and I think that is amazing. It's one of my favorite whiskeys right now. So it's going to be hard pressed to go a lot higher than that. I'm trying to reserve some space for that, up top, but in the low 90s is just hands down amazing whiskey. So that's kind of just a brief overview of how I'm rating these things. If I ever get into the 60s, which I'm hoping I never do, but if I do, those are whiskeys that are definitely below average, not good, stay away. So anyways, that's that, and let's get into the Jameson's Irish Whiskey Caskmates Stout Edition. All right, let's get into the whiskey. This one, it's got more of a golden hue to it. It's lighter. I'm guessing it's not in the American whiskey realm still, but a little bit on the darker side of what I've seen from like the Scotch and Irish whiskey stuff. I would call it dark straw, gold. Looks kind of like, I don't want to tell you what it looks like. You can use your imagination. Let's get into the nose. Huh. They're definitely not within the borders of the US here. Light, fruity. It smells very similar to that Tomatin Scotch we reviewed. Light fruit notes, like a berry cherry note. Something on the back end there. So we'll get some coating on the glass here, get some more flavor out of this. Again, smells really light. I think we're probably in that realm of low proof again. I think we need to start a campaign against 80 proof whiskey, or anything that starts with an 8. Yeah, there's on the back end, there's almost like a spicy herbal character. I don't know what it is. Let's get into the taste, see if we can figure it out. Cheers. Not a lot of heat on it. Smooth over the palate. Light mouthfeel. This one's a little bit coating. I feel like it sticks around the mouth, so maybe closer to that medium end of the mouthfeel. Kind of hangs around, coats you a little bit, leaves you a little tingle in the mouth, so maybe we're a touch over just a straight 80 proof. I mean, maybe we're in like the 85 proofish range. Flavors are kind of similar to the nose, light, fruity. It's got that same, and I gotta figure out what this character is. It's got the same character that I tasted or smelled when I did the Tomatin review, and it's on the back end, and I just can't put my finger on what it is. I smelled it in the Irish whiskey too. There's almost a little slight like vanilla-like character in here. This one feels kind of all over the place. There's like a lot of flavors in there, but they're super faint. There's a wide variety of flavor, but it's, yeah, definitely light on all of it. And because I'm guessing this is so low proof, it's a little hard to get your hand on what's what in here. Definitely some vanilla. I almost feel like you can coax out like some, it's almost like a cinnamon type quality in there. Very light, very mild, like a sweet cinnamon. I mean, again, it's good. It's not something I'm super familiar with, so it's hard for me to really judge. But I enjoy it. I just wish it was higher proof, as I always say. So, on this one, and if you haven't watched my reviews before, I am not a connoisseur of Irish whiskey, Scotch. You know, my wheelhouse is really the American whiskeys. So I apologize for not doing as great a review on something like this. I'm not so familiar with the flavor characters I'm tasting in this stuff, so it's going to take me a while to work that out and figure out what's going on with these. So once I get a few more in, hopefully I'll start doing a little bit better assessment and review of the different flavors and stuff I'm giving you. Like the others I've done, it has like an almost, people keep saying iodine. I want to say iodine because it has a similar smell to that. I don't get much on the palate, but I smell it on the nose. So, for rating, I'm going to give this a 78. I feel like that's low, and I'm judging it because I don't know what I'm tasting. But I think the proof is really kind of bringing my score down. I just wish it had more flavor, more of what it has in it, just a fuller bodied flavor, more mouthfeel. Like, that's what I'm looking for. And, you know, maybe that's not what Scotch is meant to do, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. So for me, I'm going to say this is let's say like 78, 80. I mean, it's in that ballpark. We'll call it an 80. I think it's solid. I think the flavors are good. There's nothing off-putting in there. It's smooth. It's very drinkable. It's just, I wish it had more. I wish it gave me more. And I hate knocking stuff down for that, but at this point, I feel like I kind of have to. So we're going to go, I'll give it an 80. I think it's solid. I think it's tasty. I wish it gave a little bit more punch of flavor and a little bit more mouthfeel. So, I'm not going to add any water to this. I know that it's just not going to do anything for it. So let's move on. Oh, wrong envelope. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's in there. It's hiding. What do we have? It is the Jameson Irish Whiskey Caskmates Edition, the Stout. All right, I did not pick up any stout flavor in this. And as compared to the IPA edition, it doesn't, I don't think it picked up a lot of that character from the beer. The IPA edition, you could definitely taste the hops, and in this one, I'm not really getting any of the stout characters from it, but let's go grab that bottle and we'll talk about it a little bit. All right, everybody, we just finished our review of the Jameson Caskmates Stout Edition. This one is 40% alcohol. It is Irish whiskey finished in craft beer barrels. This is the stout version. It says that, similar to the IPA edition, a local craft brewer borrowed their barrels, and when they returned them, they decided to throw their whiskey in it. They say it gives you additional flavors of coffee, cacao, and a gentle hint of hops. And to be honest with you, on this one, I really just don't get any of that. It doesn't bring forward any of those deep flavors that you would expect from a stout, the darker side, that coffee, that cacao flavor, and the chocolate flavors. So not that I'm disappointed with the whiskey, but I'm disappointed that none of those flavors came into the whiskey, or at least I'm not picking them up. I definitely got characters that came from the IPA barrels in the IPA edition, and on the stout edition, I'm just not getting them. So I'm curious if this was a higher proof, I'm curious if you'd be able to pick up more of that, because I'm wondering if the dilution of the whiskey has something to do with it. but I just didn't get any of it, and I wish I did because I love stouts. So as for value on this one, I think the 750s generally go for somewhere about 30 bucks, which is the same as the IPA edition. This particular bottle I was able to pick up quite a bit cheaper. I think I got it for somewhere around $23, $24 for the 1 liter bottle at a, they had a sale at Costco, so obviously that's not something you can normally pick up. I think it's a good deal, and especially for the price I was able to get it at. It's a drinkable whiskey, it's smooth, it's tasty, it has some good flavor. So I would definitely recommend picking it up and giving it a try. Anyways, if you guys have tried this one, let me know what you think. If you've had both the IPA or the Stout edition, let me know which one you like better. I'm really curious, so let me know down in the comments. As always, you can find me at blind_reviews on Instagram and Twitter. You can email me at blindwhiskeyreviews, whiskey with an E, at gmail.com. And until next time, cheers.